Hello everyone, I've put together a video for you guys. This is on my Enchanted Forest Gemmy 2018 animated air-blown Santa coming out of the outhouse. This is 6 feet tall, was sold at Menards, thus Enchanted Forest. This was used for one season, so the box is in okay condition. You know, there's some scuffs and stuff, but this is sitting in our garage. It has had a few spots I patched up on it, and there's some mildew stains on it, so it's unfortunate with this inflatable, but otherwise the inflatable's in great shape. And then there's some patching on the bottom too, my stepdad did. But here's the box, 2018, and then Gemmy trademarks. The bottom is just pure white, as you can see, with something from tape. So it's a pretty straightforward box. So here's the deal. This is a re-review. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how the animation works on here and the base fan it has. We'll get some epic shots of it, and then we will go and we will do the actual review. So strap in, guys, because this is gonna be a pretty cool video. And without further ado, let's get going. Okay, so here's the blower it has. This is a YF 125 with non-foldable legs. And this is the part that runs the animation. This is not a second fan, unlike this inflatable has a second fan. This one has what this is, and this is called an air diverter. Now, there's a little flap in here. This either directs the air from the main inflatable into the animated part, in this case Santa, or it directs it out of the animated part, which would be Santa. So here the air is going from here into here, or this rotates like this and the air is going from here to here, and it does that on a loop like that. So I'm going to plug it in and we can see it in action. I've opened up zippers so the inflatable will not inflate fully. So that is how the air diverter works. And now it's time to plug the Santa outhouse in. There we go. It's plugged in. And now it's time for some epic shots with music. you guys enjoyed the epic shots and the music. Now it's time for the actual review. So without further ado, let's get going. When it comes to the tethering points, you don't have a lot of options, but you have one right here, and then of course on the base fan. But that's really it. My stepdad mentioned something about using a pole to hold this thing up when he set it up outside, so there's definitely other ways you can get this thing to be held up nicely in your yard. When it comes to the zippers, you have one right down here, and then you have one right back here on Santa. As you can see, you have one, of course, down by the base fan, and then you have a zipper right up there. So those are all the zipper locations. Now it's time for me to mention the lighting. You have 2 C7s in Santa, one over there by the toilet paper, and 3 right up above the occupied sign in the main roof. And you also have these nice lights here, which are just these non-LED standard Christmas, white Christmas light. So these just grip on, so, and they stay on nicely. So you got multiple colors on here: red, green, blue, yellow, and then it repeats red, green, blue, yellow all the way around until right here. Then they stop. I wish they ran the lights down this way. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's noticed that on this inflatable, is that they didn't run the lights all the way around. But I wish they did, but they didn't. So what are you gonna do about it? Now it's time to get into the more details with this porta potty. This one has a flat roof that's slanted slightly forward, so rain can dribble off. The Mummy in the Outhouse does not have a flat roof. Instead, it has a triangular roof. So this one has a flat roof, which looks like Gemmy's done multiple designs when it comes to these porta potty roofs. So I just noticed that, wanted to mention it. This one has this yellow backgrounded with like this sketched kind of cursive-y lettering on here. It says occupied. Make sure that you don't pull on this or anything, because it is only stitched on by these little points on those 4 sides. And I've seen a YouTube short where this was dangling off like this. So be sure you take care of that sign if you get your hands on one of these, which it's it's like $200 for this inflatable on eBay. So yeah. Now the toilet paper, I want to mention this. The toilet paper is dangling right here in the middle, and it's on the outside of the inflatable. So that's a work of a true artist right there. W. Gemmy for mastering the toilet paper roll and making the toilet paper hang perfectly in the center. You've also got the standard moon shape on the door of the inflatable, and then this red bow door handle. It is 6 feet tall. Sorry, stuttered there. It's a 6 feet tall inflatable, so it's not super size consuming, but it is on the bigger side of inflatables, so note that. Now, let's talk about Santa. He's a standard Santa design. He does have those big eyes, which are classic to this inflatable. He has green gloves, not black, green gloves. And this is going to be hard because he's animated, but he's got the mustache, the standard red fabric for the smile, of course, the Santa hat, and his arm here sits on the outside of the inflatable like that, and he does have this like skirt thing going on him, so that's worth mentioning. I don't know what that's about, but that's on here. And he does have a belt buckle. They did go full throttle with the design on Santa, so great job, Gemmy. What else? I guess now we'll talk about the problems I have with mine. Number 1, there's mildew stains on the roof, which I tried scrubbing off, but I can't get them off. And then there's some right up here And then Santa has a few spots on him, but it's only in those spots. I have holes on mine. There's patching done by my stepdad down on the bottom, and then I taped this here. And then, wait for Santa to go down, there we go. I taped Santa in 2 spots, one right there and one right there, and then a patch done right there. And I think, yeah, Santa's arm was stitched on here, but that must have just come off because now it's not, so. I don't know when that happened, but yeah, that just happened. The animation still works fine, I'm not too worried about it. His light bulb likes to go out of place, so there's the inflatable. I'll stand over here and just let you see the animation from a distance. So yeah, that's the Santa. His light bulb likes to move so much. That's Santa coming out of the porta potty scene from Gemmy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is one of my favorite inflatables I own, despite its condition. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.